Ellie wakes up in the middle of the night and realizes she doesn't recognize the place she's in. A man she has never seen before tries to calm her down. He says his name is Bruce and insists that Ellie is his wife and that they have a daughter together. According to him, Ellie suffered a traumatic incident not long ago, and now her brain is trying to reconstruct her identity. Although Ellie doesn't recognize the woman she sees in the mirror and is convinced her real name is Sarah, the evidence seems to suggest otherwise, though some of the facts don't quite add up. BT Mesa's feature debut clearly grew out of a childhood trauma, and it shows. When the writer, director, and producer of Affection was 6 years old, his father died. His mother subsequently entered an abusive relationship, and the family moved to an isolated location with no phones, no electricity, and no neighbors. A place where his stepfather could shape her into whatever he wanted. Affection is an attempt to rewrite that story, to bring his father back, restore his mother's sense of self, and revisit the moment when everything went wrong. It's an honest and unconventional impulse, and it's what carries the film through its first 40 minutes, when both the atmosphere and the narrative engine are working. The story of a woman being convinced that she is not who she believes herself to be is handled with a clear understanding that this kind of horror depends not on jump scares, but on the feeling of a trap slowly closing around its victim. The problem is that for an experienced viewer, the trap snaps shut far too early. The twist the filmmakers are clearly counting on is easy to see coming long before Mesa chooses to reveal it, especially since the lead role is played by Jessica Rothe, whose image is permanently associated with the Happy Death Day films. Her name in the credits, particularly when combined with the highly suggestive poster, functions as a spoiler in itself. Mesa tries to work around this issue by showing his hand around the 40-minute mark and betting that the audience will stay engaged with the consequences of the reveal, even if they've already figured it out. It's a smart idea in principle, but it only works if what follows the revelation is at least as compelling as the setup. Unfortunately, it isn't. The second half of the film loses both its focus and its backbone. Genetic experiments, memory replication, personality cloning, all of these concepts are dumped onto the audience at once and exist purely as exposition, without texture, conviction, or internal logic. Mesa is clearly more interested in the emotional core of his story than in its mechanics, and once those mechanics move to the forefront, it becomes obvious that they haven't been fully thought through. The ending feels rushed because the filmmakers themselves don't seem entirely sure what to do with the ideas they have introduced. Jessica Rothe, however, gives the material everything she has. The seizures, the precise psychological portrait of a woman stripped of her past, the physically demanding performance built around practical effects rather than digital shortcuts. She commits to it completely. Until the very end, she keeps the film grounded in genuine empathy rather than allowing it to become a mere genre exercise. Joseph Cross, who began his career as a child actor who played the sons of Michael Keaton and Andy Garcia on screen, is also effective as Bruce. His character needs to be both convincing and unsettling at the same time, and Cross largely succeeds in striking that balance. For Mesa, Affection is a feature debut, and it feels exactly like one, a promising first attempt. The ingredients for a strong film are all here: a deeply personal story, solid genre instincts, an understanding of how suspense works, and an actress capable of elevating almost any material. What Mesa lacks is the experience necessary to fully realize his ambitions. Still, that's no reason to stop paying attention to his work. Give him another couple of films, and there's a good chance he'll surprise us.